and gentlemen, welcome to the Contagion Effect Show. It is Thursday night, a special edition. It's almost like a double edition or a double feature back in the day whenever you could go to the theater and pay for one movie and get two. And if you were wise enough, you could sneak into a third. But anyways, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Yes, thank you for joining us. We're having an extravaganza tonight. This is a forum. I hope everybody can hear me. And there's Brian Roof. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Hey, listen, this is going to be a cool show because it's going to have some past guests that we've had on. We're going to have Mike Wall. Mike Wall is part of an organization called, I'm going to show you what it's called because I thought I did a badass video. So here, I'll show you what it's about. If I play the right video, everybody check this out, bottlebreacher.com. Go check it out. They have different sizes of bottle openers. They have frags. They got some, well, I'll let him explain it. Because he's going to be coming on in a minute. But we're going to have a rotation of guests coming through. Gentlemen, Jeremy Daniels, thank you, sir. You are absolutely, you are not dead yet because that would be kind of weird to be able to post on Facebook that you're here. So cheers. Thank you for continuing support of the Contagion Effect Show and all the other podcasts that I see you part of. So let's take a breath and a drink. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the show off this way because we have a couple people that like to support us. One would be Wreaths Across America. Wreaths Across America sent us a $30 check for the wreaths that we bought, or the wreaths that were bought on our site, which is up and running. But we want to thank you. And this $30 check will go back to veterans. What we do is we buy things, right? We support our veterans with the books, the tins of books that I have, the People's Patriot Project, the ornament that they had during Christmas, which I believe is still available. If you go to wep3.org, go check that out. They're also part of Wreaths Across America. I have new Mel. We've got Mel from the one and only Kim Gwinner. She was nice enough to send us a copy of her book, and it hasn't been opened yet, so I'm super stoked on that. But again, we have multiple people that jump on and support us, and we appreciate that. So this $30 check will be dispersed. It's $30, but that's going to be a sugar hat that we're going to send off to a veteran, and we're going to help them with their organization. So Wreaths Across America, thank you very much. And we'll listen to this real quick. I think it's done really well. The Contagion Effect Show can also be heard on Wreaths Across America Radio on Truckin' Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern. You can find Wreaths Across America Radio on the iHeart app, the Odyssey app, and the TuneIn app. Search the word wreath. It didn't play. Why didn't it play? Hold on.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Give the gift of remembrance. Sponsor a $17 Veterans Wreath for an American hero. Learn more at wreathsacrossamerica.org.
The organization has so many little clips and stuff that I couldn't choose one. I showed like 3 last year. We did cut it back to 2. Derek Iozio, thank you for joining us in the comments. Go check out Catch 22 Peer Support. They are out of Texas, they're all over the world, but he just happens to be in Texas, El Paso, by the way. And check him out. He also has a couple books out. You can catch that, Kaylin the Snowneck. Check those out. Go get those. They're kind of a workbook type of book, which is awesome. I know we like to keep it simple for the Marines. You do have color crayons, and there's a couple pictures in there that you guys can do that. And again, Jenna Carlton, thank you for the veterans workbook. I'm going to take a breath, slow down, and check this out. Tonight's show, what we're going to do is we're going to bring on some guys, talk about some issues. But again, like I said, we're going to bring on Mike and let him talk about his organization. But I want to bring on this dude real quick. Brian Roof, thank you for joining. Welcome.
What up, brother?
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on, man.
I appreciate you and the support. Again, we have our Monday morning phone calls, and that's something cool for you, but I didn't put it in yet. I had your link and all that stuff. But if you guys want to go check that out, it's Every Day's a Saturday podcast. He's got a lot of stuff going on. You can also go to Veteran Voice Radio and check that out. And we're both on there. So go check out Every Day's a Saturday. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you for coming on. I also want to bring on some dudes, and then we're going to get to Mike. Travis Partington, thank you, sir. Travis Partington, welcome.
What's going on?
Travis just went in from his show, which airs on Military Broadcast Radio, and is so gracious to jump on with us. And he knows that he's always a part of the Contagion Effect podcast. He will forever live in infamy. Because he's got his own little clip, and I don't even know if you know it gets played every single time, brother.
Well, I mean, that just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
It's great. It is great. So hi, Mom, what's happening? How you doing? Thanks for joining. It's funny how the circle of the Contagion Effect encompasses a lot of people and a lot of shows, and we get to see who comes in and out the wormhole, right? There is the TikTok and the Instagram and I mean all the social medias, but there was I'm kind of blanking on where I wanted to go with this. We're streaming on a bunch of different platforms, and to bring it into one is just too hard because some people like this one or some people like that one. Travis, what do you like to do? Where do you like to broadcast from most of the time?
It doesn't really matter. I'm not really like picky. If someone's listening on an obscure channel, I'm grateful. If you listen on Facebook, I'm grateful. Spotify, Apple, I don't care. Just listen and share. That's all I really, worry about. That's what's most important to me.
Yeah, I really wish it was a one-stop shop. I really wish I only had to download to one platform. But, everybody likes their own different platforms. Some like Spotify, some like Apple, some like this or that. So it does make it, there's a lot of different places you can stream to.
It's something else. And they just seem to be popping up and pop down. But I'm like, well, if you're not there, you're not there. And if you're there, then maybe it might just take one person. I don't know. It's a little bit more work, but hey, it's part of the game.
Right. And I asked that question because I have a gentleman that is in the green room. We'll be bringing him on in a minute. And he is, I don't want to say solely because you can find him wherever. But he is streaming live right now on the TikTok. And I'm trying to bring it up as I can, but I'm not. It's not working.
It's a brave world to stream
I know. Yeah, hell, I'm gonna bring him on real quick. Hey, hi, how you doing? What's your name? Where are you from?
What's up, brother? Freedom Rings.
Freedom Rings 19. Hey, check it out. So all three of you have been on the show before. You guys know how we run. We're squirrel. We're all over the place. And I can't remember. I have too much in front of me right this second because we kind of scrambled at the last minute. Excuse me. And I have each other's episodes, right? And I'm not even gonna mess with it right now. So my thing is I appreciate you guys coming on. Tell me the difficulty of TikTok versus just YouTube or Facebook. And doing what you do, yes. Yeah, and then doing what you do, because you don't just sit there and look pretty in the camera. You're also doing stuff in the background, right?
Well, the crazy thing is, I think the last time we talked was about a year and a half ago. All right, TikTok was thriving. It's changed a whole lot in the last 8 to 10, 12 months. Like right now, if I was on here, I mean, I got 135,000 followers, 10 people in a room. What's up, fam? It's changed. People don't understand though. I mean, I can't imagine you guys. All you guys got awesome microphones and shit. I don't have that stuff. Luckies. But going from YouTube to Clapper to Instagram to Facebook to whatever social media is, especially as a business, you have to try to get out there in front of as many eyes as possible. The name of the game is to send more traffic to your website, which TokTok has not treated us very well. I mean, I've told you, Eric, here, you know, text here and there. It's just crazy. But it's changed, you know, and, you know, we build a family. We just don't build a team. We build a family, you know.
Let me show this video. And so the viewers that are all around us understand what's going on. So this is your site. This is what you do. Let me expand that. Boom. So you're making these rings, right? And I didn't bring the right video, but that's you.
I mean, that was actually a good one. And here's the thing, and I'll cut you off really, really fast, just 10 seconds. It doesn't matter how many like how good content for like rings you make. They're all like the controversial videos do better, and it's sad. It's insanely sad. It's insanely sad.
That's facts, man.
So yeah, it does stuff. Jim State Jewelry Box, thank you. Carrie Beavers is on the schedule here pretty soon. Miggy, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys. And I know it's crazy when James goes because he's obviously East Coast, the 3-hour difference, and so it's, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock, and he's going, and I'm getting on. I'm getting up for work, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy is like, yeah. I got you, Jason. I see you. We'll be with you in about 2 minutes. Okay. The name of this show was it was for bottlebreacher.com, and then we kind of moved to a forum type of thing because I think everybody here has seen or may have already purchased what they have, their product. I know you've all have seen one before or seen parts of whatever. You know, there's awesome. Can't think of the name right now. But that's a horrible intro. But I'm going to bring Mike Wall. Mike, thanks for joining us. Thank you for the show. Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
all right. Well, let's see. Where do I start? Some of you know that Bottle Breacher was started by Eli Crane, who's now in Congress. And it was on Shark Tank in 2014. You know, Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban bought in each at 10% into the business. And I bought them out in 2022, 2 years ago. So I bought all three partners out, both Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban, and Eli. Eli was going into Congress. And so, I mean, we make bottle openers out of once fired ammunition with 50 cals, 20 mils, 30 mils. I mean, it's an example of a 30 mil that's pretty popular right now since the A-10 is being retired. And we, you know, we try to employ both a mix of veterans and civilians because, you know, the brotherhood's good and all, but we try to have that diversity where people can learn from each other and what have you. So we try to keep a 50-50 ratio of both veterans and civilians in our workforce. I mean, we enjoy what we do, man. And I was honestly, I was a banker by trade. I was Eli's banker, actually. I was Eli's banker. And so I jumped into manufacturing all in, and it's been drinking from a fire hose, man. We're trying to take care of the first responders too, as well. We've expanded our line, first responders, both law enforcement, border patrol, and firefighters and EMTs. I mean, we're trying to cover all the bases because, you know, they're all serving us every day. So
that dummy grenade one's badass.
Yeah, I do. I'm eyeballing that one.
Hell yeah.
Like that.
So we got, you know, like this is a firefighter one. We did. I did a little first responder special last week, but you know, no one knows. They look at it, they think it's a frag, and they're like, nah. I mean, it took a lot to make. That's cut and you know, the powder coat and engrave, but it's pretty sick, man. I mean, you take it to a party, and it's definitely a conversation piece. Or if you have to throw it through a window, you can, but don't throw it through windows.
Don't throw it in the window.
Yeah.
I can see like someone getting stupid over there. You can just be like,
it's a blunt force object. It's a blunt force object. So
real quick, because we all love and we all know the next gentleman that's going to be jumping on. I see that the People's Patriot Project, you did something for them.
Yes.
I'm almost positive that we would like to get together and do a hero stock. maybe for the original in Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, CEO, founder of Hero Stock Nation, Jason Steiner, thank you and welcome to the show. Thanks.
The myth, the man, the legend.
Yeah.
Well,
Mr.
thank you guys for
Steiner.
having me on.
Son of a bitch.
Jason, I don't know if you know who Mike is. Mike, obviously, Bottle Breacher. You got to hear him in the background there.
Yep.
James, and I'm not even going to try to butcher it again, but James is Freedom Rings. He does the rings in the garage. Amazing stuff. Travis Partington and Brian Roof. We wanted to do something, and I know it's very male heavy. And Kimmer always busts my cojones about having the girls on and stuff. We're not partial. We love having women on. We have plenty of. We've had 20 different women come on the show. But I think I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. It's always fun to sit back and bullshit with the dudes,
Right.
Joey, thanks for jumping on. Thank you for being in the comments and appreciate you. That's another dude. Square Table Degenerates, and Joey does a great job on YouTube. The big thing for me is obviously the camaraderie, getting everybody together and sharing what everyone does, because everyone has something different.
Sure. Jason,
this year you guys went from the one locale in the middle of Ashland, Nebraska, which it's a 20 by 20 mile town, but it's in the middle of it.
It's not even that big.
I'm just saying you drive 10 miles that way, you hit one town.
Give that an extra 20 miles,
right? Right.
Yeah. So you go from the one location to, are we doing 4 this year?
We're doing
3.
three.
Okay, 3. That's right. Well, I knew there was an issue with 1. So we have Roland. We got Missouri coming up, right?
Yeah, Roland's coming up June 29th. We just had a meeting with their Chamber of Commerce, and they brought in the chief of fire, the chief of police, the sheriff, city council, the largest radio station president in the state, and it was amazing. They're talking static displays, bounce houses for kids, pony ride, like all kinds of stuff. It's going to be amazing.
Well, and that it should be, because when we went, it was awesome. It was amazing. It was everything that I thought it would be. And then starting the podcast and having you on, and then meeting everybody else, and then nobody knowing anyone, and then showing up in Nebraska and being like family. It was amazing, right? Unfortunately, this year it falls on my birthday weekend, and so the 50 we're going to end up going to Hawaii this year, but. It's the support that is behind the scenes, right? And you have a great group of people. I know your board is amazing. Unfortunately, you're the face of it, but you guys have an amazing board. So,
right.
How does the balance between going balls out 365, 24/7 to kind of like enjoying it? Because
there is no enjoyment.
Yeah. That's what
my enjoyment. Honestly, my enjoyment is the night before. Hanging out with the podcasters, the singers, anybody that comes into town that is supporting what we're doing. That's my hangout. And then the day of the event is balls to the wall. Like, I don't have time to stop. And it's cool because even at the event, you're meeting people, you're talking to people, you're making connections as the event's going, for the next year. So
unless you're too hungover.
And we started the day like that, but by the end of the day I was feeling pretty good. So but yeah, like my time is the pre-party and hanging out with the singers and podcasters and everybody else that I've met online but never in person.
I would have paid $40 to go to that, to be honest with you, between the food and the camaraderie. The house party was next level, man. I mean, if you dude. Yeah. If you go to an event, if you go to an event, always find out where the house party is before, because that was just it was just fun to sit and bullshit. Everyone's in one place. Hey, do you guys mind if I start the show real quick?
Oh, you forgot.
Times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about who
Well, there you go. I mean, it's always funny when I watch a show and you jump on, it's 1, 2, 3 people, I figured I had 12 people viewing and 6 of them are here and 5 of them are in the other room of the people that are on this stage right now. So I do appreciate that. I would love to make another video like that intro, but what's up, Brian Romans? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining.
Brian, what up, brother?
Again, we talk a lot about the music, right? Music and Scotty Hastings, and he's actually going to be in Napa next weekend, which I got the okay from Mama. So I think we're going to go up and try to meet up with Scotty on Friday night. He's playing up for some snubs up. Operation Encore. That's kind of a shot because it's Bay Area and all that stuff. I want to get to Mike. Mike, so let me ask you a question. So whenever you said, man, I think this company needs to be my company, how do you go about doing something like that? How do you go in and say, hey, I'm going to buy this company from you, knowing that the history is the history that they have behind it?
Well, I mean, it's a challenge, right? Because you're like, I got a big shoes to fill. Right? You got a Navy SEAL that ran the company, was on Shark Tank, had Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary behind it, which I mean, drove the marketing, right? I mean, sales and sales and sales and sales. So it's my role. I look at it as an opportunity to reinvent the company. I mean, Shark Tank's over, right? So it's time for me to stay relevant. I have to reach out to, have to establish a new brand, essentially. I mean, the bottom line is you have to establish a new brand. People have to know you're the owner and what you believe in. They get behind you. So the first responder aspect is my dad's a retired Tucson police officer. There's a lot of aspects that maybe weren't there just because I have a different perspective, and so it's about staying relevant. And let me ask you a question. How many bottle openers do you need in your house?
A lot. Yeah, I need at least 4 or 5 because here's the fact. The fact that I play with one, I play with one on my way to work. It's in my truck. I literally was like, and then I know one of the soon-to-be son-in-laws bought me one for Christmas, and it's in the other room, and I usually have it in here. So I need 4 or 5 for each room, just because I don't know where.
Yeah. Well, I like you, man. You're a perfect client for
no, and I was looking through it.
Either ruin someone's Christmas or we make someone's Christmas great, man.
Well, I want to. Okay, so I gotta.
Well, you know what's good about yours is I lose a lot of shit, straight up. Yours are nice and big, bro. I don't think I'll be losing those in the. And everything I drop goes in the worst crack ever, bro.
Is that a bottle opener in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
Right? That's what I need, bro. Like the bazooka one. Just give me
Mike, I got to ask you something, Mike, just real quick. I enjoy cigars, and I've been playing around with a way to make a cigar punch from ammo casings. Have you ever thought about doing something like that? Just curious.
I'm glad you bring it up, man.
I'm trying to get it, Mike. I'm trying to get the video.
We got a cigar. You know what?
Yeah.
We got a 20 mil, right? That we cut it in half, and we flatten the bottom so it sits flat.
Yeah.
Once fired around out of an AC-130 or out of a anti-aircraft gun, and it's a cigar, either rest or ashtray, and we're both in vintage and black. But to the next level, I won't talk about it. I'm working on a prototype. It's got I might have a little cutter at the bottom and my smother.
What you want to drop? Oh, you want to drop that? Okay.
All right. Eyes on. I'm watching that closely.
But we've already put it out there, and I'm getting some traction from other cigar companies that want to actually push it out because there's a new market, right?
It sounds like someone might be going back on Shark Tank.
There's one in California.
There you go.
When you get that ready to go, we'll sync up.
It's ready to go.
I want to get all over that.
It's online.
Okay, so you two need to get a hold of each other.
Talk ready to rock.
Right,
yeah,
baby.
you two need to talk because again, has that voice where I could just sit here and listen to him all day. It's
online. Just go to the homepage, and it's right on my homepage. There's the cigar.
I'm on it right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a vintage one, but
I do like the page. It's easy to use, really simple. And when I did the video, I had some other pictures up there, and I'm like, oh man, there was just too many, right? Well, thanks for the invite. Well, I don't remember. Oh yeah, well, we're going to Hawaii.
Shit.
Okay, Kim, since you're here, let me do this real quick, boys. You guys don't mind if I stop the show again. Kim, thank you. I haven't opened it yet. We got some. There's a little glass of whiskey over here, so that's what that is. But this is the new book. This is Kim Gwinner's book. Damn, that's thick. That's damn thick. Continuing on my healing adventure. I appreciate the gift. I really do. And of course, she said she's writes a little thank you and all that stuff. We need to go support our veterans, women and men alike. What this is her therapy. This is how she gets through what she went through. And I know another gentleman is going to be joining us a little bit later, and he just has a book that came out. I think you all need to have books because you put your stuff in words. When you see your words, when you see your voice on paper, which you can't see your voice because you're going to reread it and you're going to say it in your mind. It's healing.
I have a hard time reading a book, bro. I don't even know in my entire life if I've read like 5 fucking books.
So again,
Chocolate Factory. I remember reading that.
Or you sinking Marines, you can color and you can mark up to see.
I like those times.
Again,
I'm still waiting for Betsy to put out the crayon book.
Man, if you throw like some stick figures in there, I'm good. I get you.
Yeah, no, that Iozio, that I think his I want to say his granddaughter. I don't want to speak for sure because I mean it might be his writing, but I think his granddaughter did the cover for him. I'll get corrected on that, I'm sure. But I do appreciate it. Yeah, it was just brought up today, Nana. It was just brought up today. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, got you. We talked earlier about the different platforms that would be on here and writing books and getting your words on paper. Military Broadcast Radio, MUPS, which is Military United Podcast Streams. There's a gentleman that's in the background who had started one called Gunroom Radio. It is now Veteran Voices. There's another radio. Yeah. Veteran Voices Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring on Donald Dunn. Donald Dunn, thank you. We can do all the introductions later.
Double D.
I appreciate what Don does because he's just a normal dude that does so many different things. He's in a lot of things. He's a lot going on. And I appreciate that because he's always there when I say, hey, you want to be on the show tonight? Because I don't know what's going to happen. So I appreciate taking your time out. And even though you did come on at 5:00 in the afternoon and I told you to go away because I wasn't ready. I do appreciate the promise. So that's how that, Don, tell us a little bit about what you have going on and what you have coming up.
So ultimately what we have is a nonprofit that we're building called Heroes Voice Media Foundation. And under that, there's 3 projects. You mentioned all 3 of them, except for one. There's MUPS, Military United Podcast Streams. We have the radio station for people that are trying to get into the music industry or just need help getting their name and everything out there. And it's called Veteran Voice Radio. It used to be called Gunroom Radio. So if that's easier for you to remember, you can still go to gunroomradio.com. The link will still take you to wherever we've moved everything to. And we have a rock station. The country is called Simplify Country. And then we have Ranger Rock Wave. And then we have what you see here is Vet Mix. So we've got 3 genres. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's actually, believe it or not, it's actually the second most favorite station that we have. And then with the podcasting program with MUPS, we have also got what's called a Roku channel that we started.
Oh, yeah.
So the podcasters are on Roku. And then there's also a channel on there called MMTV, Military Music Television. And it's where all these artists that are on our radio station that have spent hard-earned money having videos filmed and made, we've brought back the old school MTV. And so you can watch music television, music videos. They're not broken up by genre, so you would have to go through there and find what it is that you like. But it's a good start, and it's a good way for you to kind of see who it is that you hear singing on the channels. And then the last thing that we got is what's called Words from Warriors, and it's
There's
our
comedy
author-
in there on Roku, though. Don't forget about comedy.
Yep,
as
there,
well.
yep, there is comedy on there. And the cool thing about all this is it's not just the veterans; it's all veterans and dependents of veterans. So, you know, the biggest thing that we do is we try to celebrate the wins. You know, I'm no expert when it comes to I'm no expert when it comes to anything, but when it comes to PTSD and stuff, there's people out there that deal with that stuff way better than I ever could. And so when I decided where I wanted to help, I wanted to help celebrate the wins. A lot of these guys have put their dreams on hold to serve our country. And when they get out of the military, they want to pick those dreams back up, whether it was be an author or whether it was to be an influencer, a podcaster, or whether just wanted to be a musician. And it's not easy when you've skipped 15 years of your life and then trying to go back to it. You know, try to be a musician at 45, and you're competing against people that have been doing it since they were 15.
Yeah,
it's not easy, you know.
I'll say this real quick. I'm gonna cut you off real quick because I know you could talk for 14 hours because you showed us in Nebraska. Dude live streamed Hero Stock in Nebraska like from 8 a.m. to I don't even know what 8 or 9 at night. I knocked over the cam. I mean, it was a hot mess, bro. But it was cool.
Sounds about par, bro.
Yeah. So what I would like to do, and I'm gonna pimp this guy real quick because I know Donald Dunn and I have talked to him outside of our shows online, just having a conversation. If you guys go and look up Rick Yee, Y-E, Rick Yee, go to his site. He is a warrior mindset. He's the author of it. He's the CEO of it, and he's created this platform. He's got like over 400,000 followers on TikTok. He posted a video. He sent an email to us last week about having a veteran in his group that was in his group was like, dude, I'm done. Like, I don't want to be here. My head hurts. I ring, and all the traumas that he went through were coming up, and he's like, dude, I don't want to be here. I want to check out. And he tells a story about what happened in the phone call that they got. But if you go to his site, it's just go to Warriors Mindset.
The Warriors Way Mindset.
The Warriors Way. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting the way. The Warriors Way Mindset.org. Go check it out. Just type in Rick Yee. It'll come up. Beautiful beard. Dude's just yoked like none other. He'll give you a free 30-minute conversation. And if it goes an hour and a half, he ain't going to get mad about it, but it's free of charge. And he is just, you want to talk about a dude that hypes you up, that just pumps blood into you. Amazing dude, just amazing. And I think if you can do that and put your ego away, which I had to, and I got to be on his show. And it was like next level because all of a sudden it was like, boom, we're getting into like Eric at 7 years old and 8 years old and hating on dad. And anyways, but do yourself a favor, because I think with everybody's platform that we have, with Travis's platform and with Mike doing what he's doing, it helps everybody, right? Hero Stock and the Freedom Rings. And I know there's stories that Brian has that can be put out there. James has stories of just having conversations. He calls them his family, right? It's the Freedom Rings family. And he starts, hey, TikTok fam, hey, TikTok fam. It's amazing because I always laugh because that's how you start your show. And it's great because you're letting them know, hey, dude, this is a family, right? I wanted to get to Travis. Travis, again, thanks for coming on. And you just had the show right before us on MUPS and MBR. If there was something that we always talk about the transition from military to civilian life is the hardest part of leaving the military, right? Talk a little bit about how you coped or how you've seen something help somebody.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I coped really well. I think the only thing that I did really right was I went to my, you know, I was told to get out of the Marine Corps and go find your veteran service officer in your county or town. And out of all the things that I forgot when I left Yuma, that's the one thing I did. And I got pointed on the right track by a cranky old, you know, salty master sergeant from the Army. And he really set me straight about what I should do. I think what I should have done differently was been very upfront that the change from the military to civilian affected me a lot more than it did. You know, I have I just lost some friends, you know, in the Marine Corps before I got out, and was trying to deal with that. And I just should have been more forthcoming. It's a very different world now, so I can't even begin to tell you, you know, how it is, because it was so different for me. I mean, you can literally, if you're serving, especially if you're serving the Army or in the Navy, you can literally have a job set and spend your last 6 months in the Army working in a civilian career before you leave. And what the Army's hoping happens is that you get out of the Army and tell everybody what a great experience it was. And it seems to be working. It's called the Soldier for Life program. So that's how different it was. Whereas the Marine Corps, I handed my road guard vest to the MP, got on my motorcycle and left and didn't look back. And as far as the Corps was concerned, you know, hey, you're no longer one of us. And I get it, right? But still, it was an abrupt, sudden halt when I got, to Phoenix and realized, oh, wow, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
There's no chow hall. I'm on my own.
Yeah. Yep. Mike, real quick. I know you want to comment on that. And remember, our platform, I'm not in the military. I stopped addressing that, but I don't take any liberties. When we went out to lunch, I was given a 10% discount for military when we went out to lunch in Nebraska. And I said, hey, listen, lady, ma'am, I'm not military. I go, I'll double your tip, but I don't want to take the discount because I don't want, that's just not the way it is. And again, I don't do this for notoriety or oh, look at me. Being a civilian, it's, now that I got the green screen, I can't see my dad's plaque. But him being in the Navy and then committing suicide 5 years, almost 6 years ago now, it's my platform to give back, right? So, Mike, can you comment on something like that? Like, I know we do law enforcement and first responders and
you
things.
know what? I think like to your point, man. My grandfather stormed the beach in Normandy. He's an Army medic. I have his flag. He lived, survived. He's dead. He's passed now, but like I love my patriot. I love his country, and but I will say. So as of late, this last October, I got I'm an honorary commander for Davis Monthan Air Force Base in the Air Force. Okay. So now I get to partner with, actually the A-10 fighter wing to they're most of them deployed, but like I got to go on a C-130. I got to do all this cool stuff. That's great. But like the goal is like, and somebody brought it up to me when we went out to the base, is like these guys make us feel really welcome on base, like behind the gates, right? Yeah. And we need to make them feel as welcome off the gates, outside of the gates, as they do inside of the gates. Because I talk to some of these guys that have been there 19 years, they don't know anybody, man. So I think it's our duty and our respect to the veterans to like bring them into the community. You have line up a job, but have a 5-year plan prior. It's not like I talk to a lot of guys that are like, I signed my papers and I was like waiting for a fucking cake or
yeah.
And it's like, no, like what's next, and I can imagine I'm a civilian, but like being a warrior out there and then wondering what you thought you live your best life. I can't speak from experience, so forgive me, but like you thought you live your best life and now all of a sudden you're stepping into a role you don't even know what you're gonna do. And so like I think it's our duty to be proactive, like 5 years out, man, and that's what we're doing. I'm getting inside of the gates and bringing them outside of the gates, man, and showing them the business world and integrating them with a civilian life 5 years before they get discharged, before they sign their papers. And so that I think is the key. It's like what is the approach? How proactive is the approach of the military to help these people? Like, so I don't know. You tell me, but like I think that's important for as civilians. These people have served our country, man. We owe it to them to like pull them back into the civilian world. They've given everything, man. So anyway.
James, you're over here shaking your head because again, the platform that James is on, the TikTok and stuff, and again, he's on everything, but he's laughing and shaking his head, and it's something that is the oddity of doing StreamYard is we see the comments and we're laughing, we're talking, having a serious conversation, and we're over here giggling like kids because he does have a family. Like it's literally a family. Like his crew comes in strong. And it's funny as shit because it's. I mean,
you can laugh. You can laugh. I'm not going to take offense to it.
Yeah, no, you can't. Man. Like, hey, we were having a conversation. Yeah, go ahead, James. Talk on your family real quick.
They already know they're smart asses. But no, I agree. The military does not set you up for success at all. They really don't.
They're good at training you how to be a fighter. But to get out afterwards, that's where they don't prepare us for, right? Like,
and the thing where I was at, it was like, and I heard this, love you guys anyways, but right before I got out, literally, I got medically discharged, and everybody was saying, the military, the Army, whatever branch, I know the Army was like this personally. They will not diagnose you with PTSD. Because once you're about to get out, they'll diagnose you so the VA takes care of it, right? Yeah. So here it is. They called it X, Y, and Z, agoraphobia, or whatever the case is. It's funny because as soon as my paperwork came through, my diagnosis was post-traumatic stress disorder, right? Guess who had to deal with it? The VA. And they don't prepare you very well. They turn in his road, what do you call it? Your road guard gear, whatever the hell you call it. But it's changed, everything's changed. My stepson, we just went down to Fort Benning, Georgia. He just graduated. I got this here, bro.
You bald ass redneck.
His dumb ass, all right, is my stepkid. He'll be 21. He picked 11 X-ray. He could have picked avionics. He could have picked whatever the case is. And he picked 11 X-ray infantry for the bonus. I mean, okay, cool. So I talked to him. I'm like, dude, you need to go to TMC. Go get seen for X, Y, and Z, because when you get out down the road, you're going to need your disability. Whether it's your knees, your ankles, your wrists, your whatever the case is. He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, man, it's the wrong answer. But I will agree, the military does not set you up for success coming out of it. They will. I can't remember the Army thing. They had like on your out processing, they had like you take these courses and classes and stuff or whatever. And, this job's available, whatever. But yeah, I will tell you guys, TikTok used to strive for us 2022, 2023. When's the last time we came on here?
Yeah, go ahead and talk some more and I'll look it up. I do have my
Hey, Christy S hits it on hits it well. The loved ones aren't prepared either, right?
No, they're not.
And they don't know how to deal with us, in a lot of ways either, right? Because and we kind of put them through a lot of shit. Probably we give them PTSD, from our PTSD sometimes.
Well, let me ask you a question real quick because I don't mean to cut you off, Brian. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So I don't. It's first of all, I understand it's a movie. Okay, it's a movie. It's on Netflix or whatever, and it's the Megan Levy story. Have you guys seen that? It's the bomb sniffing dog. Did you guys? She was a Marine. Did you guys watch that show? Did you guys see anything about it?
I
know. I haven't.
Have you heard of it?
But yes.
If you heard about it, I watched it the other day, and I was kind of like I was kind of pissed because I'm like, dude, like,
is that the one where the mom's mad because she joined the Marines?
The mom's mad, and then she gets she gets hit by an IED, like she's like walking next to the IED, and she gets just blown to the side, and then it's all the trauma of the head and stuff like that, and then the dog has issues. And I'm not downplaying it. I'm not okay. Let me retract this real quick. I'm not downplaying the story. It's the movie part of it. It didn't show the gist, right? It didn't show how it's supposed to be. I understand it's a movie. I understand that 100%. It's just one of those things where, again, we have to sugarcoat it because the American citizens can't handle what really is going on over there. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Everyone has arms and limbs, and everyone has everything that's going on, right? Everyone has that stuff. Well, last week's guest was Will Castillo, who lost his leg, right? And he's the bobsledder that's representing the USA. I want to show this clip real quick. This is a song that is written for Kim Gwinner by Charles Hines. I want to show this clip. It's about a minute and a half, so just hang with me real quick.
Wasted years and painful days, but I still have so much to say. I was no one needing someone. They met me right here where I am. I was scared, always lonely, but that bottle's just a distant friend. No more wasted years, still some painful days, but I still have so much to say. Don't even try to get in my way. I've got so much I still need to say.
So the last two, Temez and Kirkpatrick, were a couple of servicemen that were under Castillo's care. The IED that hit their Humvee, that he lost his leg, they lost their lives. There was a moment where he stopped, and it was one of those moments where we're all like, oh, it came back to him, right? That transition was one of those things for him, was like, holy shit, my whole world's different. I'm here, but now he has to deal with the fact that part of his group that he was responsible for is gone, right? And yet now he's here, but now he has a lost leg, and he has, he had already had 2 kids before he went in. So, Jason, when you go back and you realize you're getting out, you're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Because you know that the support's not going to be there. Or did you realize, or did you think that the support was going to be there, and then you're like, fuck, what do I do now?
I was excited to get out. Like, when I got out, I was excited to be done with the Marine Corps. And, months after I got out, I realized how much you miss the camaraderie, the family that you have or had in the military. And it was tough, man. Like, I struggled for a long time. People never knew it, but I struggled for a long time with missing that family piece that I had in the military. And I went headfirst into work, and I lived there. I spent a lot of hours on the job site because I missed that camaraderie that I had. And it was tough. Like, it still is, sometimes now. Like, you think about what we had back then, and this was 24 years ago that I got out. And you still miss that today, that family that you had inside the military.
But do you still, how many, I'm like in touch with maybe a couple of my soldiers and 2 or 3 really good, brothers. Like, do you still stay in touch with a lot of them, or just like, is there a few? Is there like a handful, 1 or 2 or 3?
Handful.
Yeah, exactly.
Handful at best.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
And I've got a family now, like outside of my family. I've got a family with all the nonprofits that I work with, and all the groups that I work with, and people I work with, the podcasters I'm with. So I've got that family outside of my family, but it's not like when you were in. It doesn't have that same I got your 6 all the time that you had when you were in.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact that
Oh, you're muted, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm back. Again, it's that little click in the microphone. I know that I get a random text from Jason. Hey, bro, how's it going? What are you doing? What's going on? How are you feeling? Great, good. I'm fine. Perfect. All right. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. I'll talk to you in a couple days, whatever it is. Right. And that's what I appreciate, like I say every episode, I say every Monday, well, most 90% of the Mondays, I get on the phone and me and Brian, we sit there and bullshit and talk and hey, how's it going? How'd this go? Da, da, da. And that's what I love about it, right? I'm not military, but I am in this group of guys that I'm understanding what they went through. I'll never, ever understand fully, but I appreciate that they've brought me into what goes around, right? Dawn, I know that you are kind of took the reins of Rolla, right? You kind of help facilitate this. Tell me something that you're looking forward to at Rolla and Heroes Talk being there.
The camaraderie, that's what I enjoyed up there in Nebraska. And we talked about it during this meeting that we had when Jason came down is the night before, the day before is probably better than the event. The time that everybody gets together and they're playing the guitars and drinking around the campfire and telling lies and wishing they were telling the truth and the whole 9 yards, those are the best moments. The event itself is amazing. I can't say that enough, but it's not as intimate as the night before. And I think for me, that's what I like. I wanted to say one thing real quick about what Christy was saying earlier. And I'll raise this to the panel here. So the book that I just released was about me telling my family what I went through. I wanted the kids to understand why they had dad A, and then through their pubic years, they had dad B. And I never talked about anything with my family, not one thing. So, as soldiers, we always say that, we're the protectors. We don't want to bring that shit to the house and tell our families what we went through. But in my case, my kids didn't understand. My wife knew I was lying, just because of the way I acted and the fact that we've been together since 7th grade. So she knew who I was and knew that what I had turned into isn't what I was. But I never told her anything. When I'd have bad dreams, I'd tell her I don't remember what it was, and I would lie. And that's where that book came from. And when I got through that book, I still don't know what's the better answer. Is it better to tell the family members and give them a glimpse behind the wall and say, hey, this is the shit that we went through. This is the shit that we see. And then every deployment after that, you're worried. Or is it better to feel like I can't talk to my family about this and cause that gap that you have? Because that gap is there now between me and my son and me and my daughter. And I'm working my ass off to close it. Yeah. But it is there. And so I'll leave that up to you guys on what you guys think.
Well, what's unique about your situation too, Donald, is you had kids while you were going through it, right? Like while you were in, like, so your kids, seeing you through it. Like my kids, they only know me after, they only know of me, and they don't even know who I was before, I was, a Marine, or before I went into combat or any of that.
Real quick, and I don't mean to cut you off on your question, Donald. What's the name of your book that's coming out, Don? Hey, who bought the first copy, by the way? Who was that?
Who bought the first copy?
Shit.
The first.
You better pat him on the back.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
You got the first hat. You got the first Contagion Effect hat that got sent out. Those are the true Contagion Effect, not those foamy ones that we sent out. Which
I tried to wear it, bro, but it is too. Dude, I was like, man, I don't look good on camera with that.
$10, comfortable. $10, $100. There was the foam last minute. I gotta get some type of shit to go. But real quick, pump your book real quick because Christy was asking about that there.
The best way to get it, it's Echoes of War is what it's called. The best way to get it, because there's some shenanigans going on in Amazon. People are people are copying it and marking it up. But if you get it on our website, wordsfromwarriors.org, you can get an autographed copy cheaper than what people are selling knockoffs for.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
that's
And if
the
you
best.
come to Hero Stock Raleigh, you can get a copy there too.
Yep, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Hey, with
I will
free
have-
shipping.
I'll have
we do have
60, 70 of them there available.
I have a question for Travis, and this was from the website. This was brought to us from the website. How do we
Hero
as
Stock
civilians-
Rolla is gonna be a banger, bro.
dude? I'm
Yeah.
The lineup
FOMO, bro.
is
FOMO,
I mean,
FOMO.
just for the lineup itself, bro. It's gonna be
Um,
a great lineup.
Yeah.
We'll get back to roll it. We'll get back to roll it. Travis, your question: How do we as civilians make it feel like we got your six? How can I be like, hey, is it platforms like this, or hey, thank you for your service? But I mean, you tell me. How do we as civilians make it? Loaded question, dude. It's a little bit harder than our show, right? Which, by the way, you were on episode 104. This is episode 110. So about 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. So, I mean, we brought a little hardcore today. Okay.
So I'll say it like this: as a veteran, and I didn't serve in combat, but I did lose Marines while I served. It was a dangerous job. What I would say to any civilian, and more to us, if you as a civilian come up to me and say, "Thank you for my service. I want to offer a discount to you. I want to make sure my business hires veterans. How do I do that?" If any civilian wants to do that stuff, great. But it's incumbent on us veterans to meet them halfway. They didn't qualify on a rifle range. They didn't go through swim qual. They didn't, get deployed. They didn't go to crazy places and do crazy things. We understand that. But if the civilian is trying to make an effort, then we have to meet them halfway to make this work. Otherwise, the civilian can do whatever. They can roll out a red carpet. They can pull up with a stretched limousine. We'll never accept them. So I see a lot of veterans saying, "Well, he's a civilian. Screw him. I don't have to pay attention to them. Their contributions are meaningless." That's the wrong attitude. So go out there as a civilian and try to just be you and be authentic. Don't bullshit us. We can smell a bullshitter. Be yourself.
That's
Don't
the key
bullshit a
right
bullshitter.
there. That's the
Don't
key right
bullshit a
there, brother.
bullshitter.
Really.
Yeah, be authentic, but let us meet you halfway too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quick, I know here's what I want to come out of today's show is I want to get Mike and Jason together so we can get some product each event. We can do something. Real quick, I want to bring this up. This is Hero Stock, herostock.org. We'll have links. We always have links on every episode that we have. There's a link to Hero Stock. That's what I believe in. I believe in Hero Stock. I know what they do. I know I've been there. I've seen firsthand. I've cried on some dude's shoulder, and I apologize. No, seriously, I'm walking around. It's towards the end of the night, and I'm just bringing it in, and I know that my dad would have absolutely just freaking loved everything about what Hero Stock was about. And that's why I want Mike and Jason to kind of get together and maybe we can do something. I want to scroll this down because this is the site for herostock.org. It has the lineup. It has different things. Sexy bastard. Look at
that guy.
Bastard, right? the original vet stock. Remember, it was vet stock. And then we did the interview. Then it was changed to Hero Stock, right?
Yep. Yep.
And so here's a couple sponsors, the Lincoln Stars and Ruck It Up for Warriors. So the thing about the thing about Ruck It Up for Warriors is hold on, because ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, the CEO of Ruck It Up for Warriors. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. What's up, brother Scott? How are you doing, man?
What's going on, Mr. Mello?
I noticed that you commented. I'm like, dude, I could do this. I could do a show every day and have 17 guys on. I want to do diligence for everybody that's part of this. If anybody has to leave, they can feel free. I appreciate your time. I know East Coast, Central, Mountain, East, West Coast. I had to get you on because not at Hero Stock, but you were awarded something. And I know there's things that have happened since then. But you were awarded a bike, right? You were awarded a bike from Wheels for Warriors, which had been part of Hero Stock. And it's to me, it's past of whatever happened. tell us how you felt whenever you were at Hero Stock watching that guy get his bike.
Yeah, so that's okay. When I was at Hero Stock, that was not the first time I've been at a Wheels for Warriors event of any type, or that was probably the fourth time I'd seen a motorcycle gifted to a veteran, you know, and each and every time it's just unreal, you know. It's like you watch it happen. The veteran each time absolutely has zero clue that they're gonna get it, and it's kind of a, I don't know, Jesse Cunningham, Ty Boyer, those guys who were working for Wheels for Warriors at the time, you know, they know how to deliver a tearjerker, you know. So I could say that I probably cried like about 3 or 4 different times when I watched motorcycle giveaways as far as that goes. Jason, I don't know if that was the first one you had seen live.
No, I've seen a couple of them.
So yeah.
Still cried, but I'd seen a couple of them.
Yeah, you do. So, yeah, it's amazing, Eric.
I think I see you crying when you was coming out of the driveway in that video I seen just the other day.
I wasn't crying. It was hot out.
Those were tears of joy, man.
The bug got in his eye, bro.
Right?
Scott Friedenberg. Scott Friedenberg does Record Up for Warriors. He's the CEO and founder. He got gifted a bike, and I'm being lazy right now. I apologize. This was the bike that he was given, and it's
amazing.
Again, it's not going to do diligence. The detail in this bike was just, I mean, every section. That's as far as it goes in. Every section of the bike has a what do they call it? A profile. Well, hold on. Roll around on your pecker there, but it has a profile of Nebraska, and he got this was gifted to him at Nebraska. He got to be the rah. He got to be the hoopla guy for that. Tell me a little bit about that. Whenever you got to go in there, and I'm gonna try to find the video. If you can talk long enough, I'll find the video.
Okay, so basically this is what happened. So as a veteran, University of Nebraska, they, on Veterans Day game week and everything, they do a ton through I can't think of the name of the organization that does it. Operation Hat Trick. I'm sure some of you guys have maybe heard of them. Operation Hat Trick does a ton to get veterans there, so the University of Nebraska can, you know, pay tribute to us and say thank you for what we do. So they invited me to a Husker football practice along with probably about 8 or 9 other veterans, you know. So we go down there and watch the practice, and they tell us after the practice was over, we're going to go down and we're going to be introduced to the team. So they all lined us up there to get introduced to the team, and they brought us through one at a time, and they brought me up. I shook hands with everybody, and then the last person they brought up was Jesse Cunningham, who is a VP of Wheels for Warriors USA, and he got on the microphone, talked to the team, and told them about Wheels for Warriors. And they Jesse called me up there, and they gave me a bike right there in front of the entire football team. It was freaking amazing. I was so shocked. I was crying. I admit it.
And the bike was actually hand airbrushed by an Army veteran, and his name's Armando Villarreal, and he's actually based out of Nebraska. He's won hundreds of awards for his paintings, airbrush stuff, and this bike is ridiculous. So it is a piece of artwork.
Yeah, Armando, he is currently under contract, last I knew, with the University of Utah. He does their alternate uniform helmets. I know in the past, I think he has done some NHL goalie masks and other helmets for other universities, and maybe a pro team or two outside of hockey as well. But yeah, he does amazing work.
That's badass.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Okay, so let's do this.
Sharp
We'll do
bike,
it this
man.
way. Yeah, it is badass. And this is the part, you know, I know we're talking Hero Stock and Mike's with us from Bottle Breachers. This is the group. This is what we have. Oh yeah, dude, no problem. It's all good. And this is why I wanted to bring you on, Mike, was because this is the part of the group, and this is, you know, we want to help you get what you have out there, right? And again, the detail, this doesn't do justice because the video is amazing. And if you, I mean, the back end of the bike, I believe that's where, you know, I mean, it's just sick. It's just sick.
I mean, I can appreciate that. It's,
yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. Like,
yeah,
we try to take the same pride in what we do in terms of engraving and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, I mean, I got to sign off soon, but I would encourage, I'd like to talk to every one of you, man. And like, if we can,
yeah, I definitely for sure want to do something. I know, you know, something similar to what you did with WP3 and Mark Peterson and Andrea and Alyssa.
You're writing down shit.
He's got cute.
I don't have
I love it.
pads at, and I got business cards right here. I'm like, I'm taking notes and shit.
I will definitely make sure that it's in the link in the bio. Mike, hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate you for coming on. You know,
and thank you, and sorry for being a little bit.
Nah, don't even mention it, bro. No. Listen, this will probably be
We'll
one of the
talk
most
out, Mike.
watched shows. Like I said, we'll get you guys together. Absolutely, man. Thank you. I'm gonna play your. I'm gonna watch your. I'm gonna play your video as you leave. I'm gonna play the one with my buddy on it because I think it's kind of cool. But yeah. So he goes on and says some other things, but thanks, brother. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you much. We'll be tagging you guys in it. Yeah. We'll be talking.
Eric, can I interrupt for a second?
Yep, absolutely.
I have to throw this out. So with the group that we had partnered with early on, it left us with a void to do something for a veteran. And we have decided to gift a veteran a motorcycle this year through Hero Stock. And Fredenberg with Ruck It Up for Warriors actually came through with $1,000 donation towards the purchase of a 2017 Harley Road Glide for a veteran that we're fundraising for right now.
That's awesome.
Ruck It Up for Warriors is great at donating. And,
yeah,
you know,
I'll tell you what, I flaked on him because I was going to go out there and wreck it up, but I know I would have been dead by like 1 o'clock. The thing with Ruck It Up for Warriors is Scott does a good job. He's just a normal everyday guy, right? I mean, he's got the job. He does all that. A great family man. You know, supporting guys like this is easy. We don't have to wonder where the money's going. We don't have to wonder what's going on. The problem is sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to realize where's my dollars going, you know? And unfortunately it happens. And that's, you know, that's why I support Hero Stock. I think that is and it's nothing against any other organization out there or anything, but it's just, you know, I mean, I love the message, and I got to go and see, and it was just fun as crap.
Experience, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely having FOMO. I mean, I'm trying to work something out, but you know, this year just you know, it sucks.
No, don't say that to you.
I know.
Get to Rolla if you can, because Rolla, Donald sat through the meeting with us, and we met with the Rolla Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah,
like they had everybody from town, and the whole freaking town is behind what we're doing. And
Jason sold me on it, bro. I was like, damn it, man, I need to.
Yeah, because we had talked. We're like, well,
and already the lineup alone, dude. I mean, God,
I'm trying to bring. There was a flyer. I saw the flyer, and I was trying to bring it up. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, I mean, Jesus. So I carry the whole. I got carry the whole show or what?
That freaking. I'm telling you, that meeting was amazing. Like, visit Rolla Chamber of Commerce, the police, fire, sheriff, city council. Like, these people were just throwing out ideas that, you know, bringing in static displays and bounce houses, and they opened up the whole freaking deal. That flyover possibly by a B-1 bomber. And I mean, it was just incredible. And it could honestly probably be the big one of the year. To be 100% honest, it could be the big one of the year.
If I show up, then you know.
right.
I'll make.
Hey Steiner, remember whenever you took over the show for us that one day?
That was terrible.
Can you do that real quick? I'll be out in 30 seconds.
I mean,
I am
Hey
totally
man,
terrible at
I
doing
mean, you were gonna come out with a podcast, so here's your chance, dude.
Well, and I've done like 64 or 69 episodes, whatever it is, and I
like
still can't run a
69.
freaking podcast.
Well, welcome to the new show called Jason 316.
Right. No, Donald, I mean, you sat through that meeting. What was your thoughts on?
So yeah, absolutely. I mean, this event has, and there's even like secret squirrel shit that we can't even talk about. But at the end of the day, this event has became huge, and I'm not just saying that to pump it up. You know, we went in hoping to get some help, and we walked out going, "Holy crap, these people want it." You know.
Probably a lot more help than you thought you were going to get. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. I can't say enough about what the chamber has done, and the connections. You know,
I
it's
told
like
Steiner.
it's just like the sky is the limits, man. Every time we said something, they were like, "Oh, we got to contact. Oh, we
Yeah.
got to contact." You know, and it was just amazing, man.
I told Steiner that's living proof of why you go ask. You never know what you're going to get if you go at least ask. And that's all you guys could do. You know, you guys go up to them, ask them, and the worst they could say is no. But it turned out into a way different scenario for you guys. So, I mean, that's amazing. That's just to show you sometimes you just got to just go shoot your shot.
Yep.
You know, what may happen. What's your target?
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Travis, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. You are a beautiful human being. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Last words before you go, because after you leave on the video, just to let you know.
Well, hey, you guys will definitely laugh when you see the video. It's just really encouraging to see this level of interaction and engagement with all of us at this point in time. A lot of people said the veteran movement like this wouldn't keep going, and you guys are showing people wrong. So good stuff. Keep it up, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Again,
brother.
anytime you know our location, you know where we're at. You have my number, and anytime you want to come on, I mean, I love you for being on our show and love you for what you do, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks.
So just let you know, on his way out, we will play his video, and it was amazing. He's that very calm demeanor guy, and he does voiceovers and stuff like that, and he did some stuff with CNN and C-SPAN, and so I want to play this, and it dates itself, but I want to play it anyways.
Good morning, Marines everywhere. Today is November 10th, 2023. It's our birthday, and we actually know when our birthday is. So without any further ado, the annual birthday singing of the Marine Corps hymn anthem. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our nation's battles in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Hoorah! Semper Fi! Do or die. Number 248. Happy birthday, Marines.
You played that.
Thanks, bro. Every
Yeah.
time you play that, we got to stand up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I hit my head on my
Fucking
cross.
takes, man. Every play, it's like,
Jay, I know James, you're Army, right? But Scotty, are you Marines too?
No, I'm Army.
You're Army too.
ain't ready to be Marines yet. That's
Well,
Hey, that's what we got.
There we go. How about that? Is that better?
Oh shit.
That's funny, actually.
starting to throw mud.
Yeah. Real quick, where is it located? So I have this. This is what I found out. I know it's God damn, you guys got so much information, dude. It's so awesome. Hero Stock 2024, Rolla, Missouri, June 29th, 2024. Listen, it says 2 p.m.
That's one of them.
Right. Well, we're going in order here. We're going in order. Okay. And let me bring this up real quick. Answering Christy's question. Listen, they're like stepchildren. You can't be partial of them. I don't know how to get rid of that box, but anyways, that's as good as we're getting right now. Again, the link will be in the bio. Hero Stock 2024, Rolla, Missouri. Yet it is in the middle of nowhere. I have looked it up on the map. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why these guys decided to go in the middle of nowhere, but I'll tell you right now, dude, for whatever it costs to get in, whatever it costs, for Derek Stoner, I haven't had him on. He's coming up. I listen to his music. Amazing, right?
Yeah, dude.
Brian and I agree that it's one of those radio station voices. And for me, Barbara Sim is one of those. That's the angelic voice that she has, right? She'll be traveling in her van down by the river,
right?
But that is how she lives. She is a military. She's military. She travels the entire nation. She's leaving from back east to go up to the Pacific Northwest. For those that don't know what that is, that's Seattle and Oregon, Washington and Oregon, and she's cutting across. And then, everyone we love, dude, I think everyone loves Scotty, Shannon Book. God dang it. I knew I was going to do that. Everyone loves Shannon Book.
They're interchangeable.
Come on now. They have a music. So they have a song coming out pretty soon. So again, June 29th, Rolla, Missouri, 2 p.m. to 11 Central Standard Time. The 2 o'clock is because nobody's going to be up until 7 or 8 in the morning because they're going to be all hungover.
Right.
They probably went to bed at 3.
Yeah.
Just saying that
we might still be up.
Yeah. Well, just do what you got to do to get through it. So Christy, Rolla, Missouri, go check it out. Hero Stock. I'll have a link in the bio. How about that? I have a link in the bio. Let's see what we can. I guess we could do it after the show.
That's
right?
what we do nowadays. We send links.
I'll send my link to you.
August 3rd is Lebanon, Tennessee, and September 13, 14 is Ashland, Nebraska.
Yeah, that's the man. Yes, I can't wait.
That's the main one.
Miggy, I am in
OG.
Central California. I am where you, if you eat almonds, if you have almonds or peaches, well, not peaches, but if you have almonds, we grow peaches here, but our peaches go to Tri Valley. So whatever's in a can, that's probably what you got. Almonds, we're in the Central Valley. Gallo Wine is one of our other bigger employees out here. Brian Roof. Yeah, Brian Roof is SoCal. Donald Dunn is
a long ways.
Yeah, Donald Dunn's in 2 different locations, but I believe he's in Missouri right now. Derek Steiner is in Nebraska. Scotty's in Nebraska, and James is
Derek Steiner.
What did I say?
Derek.
It's
Steiner.
a new name. I'm cool with it.
Whoa.
Oh, did I say Derek? No, I did. Oh my God, I'm
Derek
sorry.
Steiner.
Well, no, because Derek.
Derek Steiner.
Well, Derek
Stoner,
missed out
Jason
today.
Steiner. We're interchangeable too.
Like with it.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
Again, Real Steiner.
I got 1%, fellas.
yeah,
I got 1%. I got to jump off.
Yep, I got
I got to
you.
jump off. I got 1% battery.
All right.
I know.
Bye.
All right, love you guys.
Love you, brother.
See you,
Bye.
Derek.
Hey, Eric, have you
Yeah.
since it's 2-on-2 now? All right, it's 2-on-2. Hey, have you heard about the guy who made actual edible crayons?
Yes.
I think
Oh,
Brian,
wait.
did you have him on?
I haven't yet.
Nobody's had him on yet.
No.
Okay, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can make that happen.
Bro, why are you
Yeah.
getting in the middle? Are you trying to ding, ding, ding?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Look.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I know. I told you. You said 2-on-2. I got. Yeah. Marines baby, Jim Store. Appreciate it. Hey, listen. Everything's gonna be in the chat.
guy,
Everything's
Jim's
will be in the
great.
link. We'll link everybody's stuff in there later. I'm probably not gonna do it tonight, to be honest with you. Miggy's in the chat. I gotta run through your Miggy and Chrissy are taking over.
Miggy's good. I'm gonna tell you. Christy's good. I'm gonna tell you. But here's what I was thinking about doing. Seriously, and I talked about because Talk has gotten fucked. So here's what I'm gonna do. I've been bringing this up. I'm telling everybody, like, small businesses. We're gonna do boxes just like this shit right here. Get small businesses in there. That way, from their side they can come in. From their side they can come in. Like my buddy, He has beef jerky, the best fucking beef jerky I've ever eaten.
Hold that thought real quick, James.
Here you go.
Donald Dunn, thank you for joining. I know you got to roll. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate I love you, brother, and I know what you got going on. I will always support what you got going on. I appreciate you jumping on.
Hey, I appreciate y'all too, man, and I look forward to doing this again. Great time. It's always great to be with y'all. Y'all take care.
Brother.
Thanks,
Next time, he's gotta have a beer though.
He's got to roll it out of here.
He's got to roll it out. God.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Them dad
Thanks,
jokes,
brother.
bro.
Bing, bing.
Y'all see you later, man.
Bye, Don. Bye.
Hey, much love, man.
So, let's. Chrissy, nice to meet you. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Josh,
what's up, Josh?
Wild Heart.
Yeah, you're coming in thick. Here's what I want to do. I got about 10 minutes. I want to go about 1:30. I want to go about an hour and a half. When we do things like this, and we can go for hours, right? And I know, goddamn, James goes for hours.
We already thanks, man. Sorry,
we're at 121 right now. And I know again it's 3 hours east, so it's 10:30. I appreciate you answering the call to come on our show and explain in some depth, what I need out of you guys. I need out of you guys the reality. Oh, damn it. The reality. The damn words. The reality of we need to help our veterans, right? You don't have your shop, you don't have your company, you don't have what you do just for shits and giggles. That's your life. It's what you do. I mean, that is your income, right? I mean, talk a little bit about that. I'm going to bring some more stuff up for you, though.
All right. I need a drum roll.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was the perfect segue into nothing. Scotty Friedenberg, thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming on. We haven't talked. Oh, shit. Well, tell us what Ruck It Up for Warriors has coming up.
Okay. So this Saturday, we actually have our 2024 Memorial Ruck March here in Lincoln. It's going to be an 8-mile ruck march, taking off from the Veterans Burial area in Wyuka Cemetery. So if anyone's close to Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, or anything like that, come join us. Show up at 9:15 a.m. to sign waivers. Safety briefing 9:30, and we'll step off about 10 a.m. Then over the last couple winters here in Nebraska, we've actually had veteran comedy show called That's Rucking Funny.
Yeah.
So we're moving out of Link. We're not moving. We're adding on to, and we're going to be going to La Vista, Nebraska this year.
Where? What is it?
La Vista, Nebraska.
La Vista.
Suburb of Omaha. So it's probably about 45-minute drive from Lincoln. We're going to go to the Nebraska Brewing Company. It's a veteran-owned bar. And we're going to do a show
fabulous there. Beer. I did a podcast. I did my show from there that Thursday night. I was 2 hours early. So,
okay. So I'm not sure if you have the dill pickle beer.
No, I probably wouldn't have even. Yeah,
I didn't.
You like it
either. I didn't.
It's interesting.
Okay. It wasn't bad. So, Christy has heard of that Mr. Fredenberg.
Yeah.
Hopefully
she's
good.
Heard of you.
Hopefully good.
She's heard of you. Yeah.
Hopefully good.
So, anyways,
he gets around.
So Friday, September 27th, we have That's Rucking Funny Part 3. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to sell this one out too. One of the comedians is J. James Morales. He's part of the 50-Mile March. Have you heard of those guys? So
yes.
He does stand-up comedy. He's won a comedy event or two around here. We try to do all we can to try to keep as many veterans as we can. So I'm working on a big one for 2025 as far as a veteran comedy veteran out there who was at Fort Bragg with my brother. He's pretty big guy on the comedy scene. So have a tentative date, but I'm not going to release a name on this individual until everything.
I'll let you come back on.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So there may be some people that want to travel to Lincoln, Nebraska for this one. So
Yeah. Appreciate it, Sky. Thank you, sir. You can hang out as long as you want for the next 3 minutes and 52 seconds. I want to show, as James explains what he does and what his company is about. I'm going to play in the background. I had to turn the volume down because that is loud. But I'm going to let you explain what Freedom Rings is about, just as far as these badass doohickeys. So you got about a minute.
Yeah, that one. So it's just, taking stuff, cutting channels. No, but seriously, what we do is we take your loved one's cremation, pet cremation, military uniforms. And I was actually looking for the Jarhead uniform, the Jarhead uniform. And I was going to show the uniform. Like, we took the uniform, your digicams, and made a ring out of it. But say, as that's loud as shit and I'm sitting there cutting that channel, we put cremation into it. Matter of fact, really quick. Oh shit, Eric. Yeah, this ring. She lost her husband a year ago.
Okay.
His favorite. He would get 2 Lunchables and a Snickers bar in the morning. We made this ring, and we put Snickers bar and the Snickers wrapper inside this ring.
Nice.
And like
what,
dude? Yes, and
that is awesome.
And his hair. So hair, Snickers bar, and the wrapper.
That's beautiful.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, but everything, fishing hooks, your loved one, pet hair, dog collars. Hell, send me Eric's hat, which it's too pretty to cut up. I'd make a ring out of it, but it's.
I know. Well, when we talked last, and by the way, you were episode 68.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, you're episode
Missed
68.
it by 1.
Yeah. But she's gonna come in from the side. She's gonna come in from the side.
Didn't she do that?
Mama Free.
The chunkla.
Mama Freedom. Yeah, the chunkla. No, it's always fun. And like I said, I didn't know how the week was going to be, and I do appreciate when guys can make time for things like this, and I love forums. We always have a good time. I know that
I do at least once a month.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate you. I'm gonna let you go. We'll be talking. We got links and stuff like that. It also keeps his mental health 100%. I that's amazing that he can type that and it pops up like that. It's crazy, right?
Babe, are you on my YouTube?
Wow. No, not at all. Not at all. You gonna start that? She's gonna hit you with that damn chocolate, remember?
Dude, I don't.
Yeah, he does amazing. It is amazing. I hope people can go and watch it because it is just crazy how it's from start and finish. I will say one thing that I do. The unfortunate part of being on social media is it's people are going to hate, and I can buy this for this, and I can do this, and I know he had a run of people hating on him. Sorry, Reese across America, fuck them people. Okay, like I'll say it. When people hate on you, it means you're doing something right, dude. Like you're enjoying what you're doing, and yes, it's a job, and it's what you need to do to survive. But what you are giving back to these people, and again, in our episode, which was episode 68, we had a lot more videos and stuff, and you had a couple awesome clients that came along, and I hope I'll tag it in there in the video and stuff. But
Coffee Anderson,
thank you.
Coffee Anderson,
Coffee. Yeah, I knew you were going to say yeah. So that's, Anderson, got it right there.
That was
thank
that
you.
was cool. That was cool shit though.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Tell mama I said hi.
And she's watching. She's on TikTok. She's going back and forth.
She's got right on.
I appreciate you. Shoot me a text, brother. I'm gonna hop off and drink a couple.
All right. Thank you. What's up, Bourbon Battle
brother?
Buddies?
Much love to you guys. Hey, I shot you a follow on. Shit.
Yeah,
I got you.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, we'll be
Where
tagging
that
everybody.
is.
We'll be tagging everybody.
You guys.
We'll get on the socials.
Peace
All
out.
right. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Thanks, man. Bye. Yeah, no, the dude's full of energy, and if you get on TikTok and just type him in,
I bet me and that guy could probably have a 24-hour show. You know what I mean?
Dude. I don't know why Joey was on earlier. That's another guy that's freaking next level. But James has so much energy and what he obviously he believes in his company, just like you guys believe in what you do. And that's his money. Like that's how he makes his living, and it's amazing to see what he does. And it's just had to have him on. Kim Gwinner, thank you. I appreciate you for joining us. Thank you again. Appreciate the book and much love to you. Thank you. Mr. Ruck It Up for Warrior, Mr. So you got the weekend, you got the concert thing. I appreciate you. I know, it seems like yesterday that we were in Nebraska, but it's been so long now. I will always there'll always be a piece of me in here in this group because, we got to sit and chat and bullshit. And I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, Scott. Appreciate you, man.
Tell you what, I haven't been catching your weekly shows near as much as I mean to, because life is busy, man, with
100%.
Kids sports and all
100%.
that. My son has practices on Thursday nights for
baseball,
but every time I'm scrolling along and I see you're on live, I'll try to
100%, brother. Hey, I appreciate you being alive, man. How about that?
Heck yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks,
much love, Scott.
Good seeing you too.
All right.
Yeah, brother.
Have a good night.
Right.
He's out. Hey, so here's the deal, man. It seems like it ends with us, right? It's always, the
just the two of us.
Yeah.
You and I.
I thank you. You know how much you mean to me and what we go through and stuff.
Same, yeah. We're brothers from another mother.
Yeah. There's always that Scotty's coming into Napa next weekend, which is Shonda's short weekend. So she has Friday night off and she's like, hey, let's try to get there. And I'm like, yeah, let's try to get there. And man, I'd love to go, but I don't know
next
if
weekend.
It works. Yeah, it's like the 23rd, 5th, and 6th.
I might have to try that.
Yeah, let me know if you do. Let me know.
It might be a good weekend for us. I'm trying to think.
It's in Napa, so I don't. The thing is, I don't know about tickets. I don't know about that. I don't want to hit. I will not ask Scotty for tickets. I won't ask him to put it. I'll pay.
I wouldn't even tell him I'm coming.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't even tell him
with a sign too, bro.
Like sign, yes.
Welcome
home, brother.
Yeah. I got my hero stock.
I got the wrong glass. I got my Reese Across America glass. Anyways, Brian, thank you, man. I appreciate you for joining me tonight.
As always, brother. Much love.
All right. Thank you. We'll talk to you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. And, it's one of those things that shows like this are awesome. It really gets down to why we do this. And it just, I love it. I think it's next level stuff. I'm going to play Tom Ettinger, who is also Sit Rep 22 and does a podcast with Brian, which is, I should have got the damn name for it. Hang on.
Devil Dog Experience. The Devil Dog Experience.
Yeah. So just keep your ass there. Don't go nowhere. We got mad respect. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Absolutely. Give us a like and a follow. If you know military, if you're part of military, send us a message. We'll try to get you on the schedule. We're always adjusting the schedule, as I like to say now, because we don't know, it's all good. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. I know it's a Thursday night now with the VFWs and those are important. This is not more important, but it's important to be in the group where you guys are with the brothers and sisters that you guys
love you, Jonathan, bro.
So yeah, absolutely, John, man. They've had some pretty awesome shows coming on. So let's end with Tom Ettinger. Again, the Devil Dog Experience with Brian Roof and Tom Ettinger. Check that out on all the social medias. It's two dudes that served and they get down to the nitty gritty and have a good time.
It's a Devil Dog Experience. You never know what you're gonna get, really.
Yeah,
it's like a box of chocolate, bro.
Eric and Brian, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, man. We're here Thursday nights. Most Thursday. Yeah. We got your typo. We got your typo. It's all good. I'm trying to click on. There we go. So Tom Ettinger. Thank you.